morning, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Live Dharma. Today, please enjoy the Tai Chi video by Reverend Kim from Richmond Temple.
Hello everyone, let's practice Tai Chi, upper body posture in temple. Raise a hand, breathe in, slowly down. Okay, breathe in, press down. Okay, number one is raise your hand, open your posture. Okay, here. Slowly breathe in, raise your hand until shoulder and press down. Shoulder down, elbow down, hand down until your low abdomen. Okay, and then raise your hand. First elbow and shoulder. And press down. Do again. Slowly hand, raise your hand. Focus on your middle of palm, elbow and shoulder. Press down, shoulder first, elbow and hand. Okay, and then second posture, open your chest, upper body to the right side. Okay, look at your follow action and right hand. And then flip both hand, right hand, scoop until your ear, and then cross to palm, in front of your chest, same time. Okay, and then follow your left hand, and then flex your right hand, and bend, cross. Okay, your upper body to the right, and then same time flip and scoop. And then both hands in and out like this. Okay, look at your left hand and flip and scoop for the same time. And slow. Next one is to the right side hand. The left hand down this brush and then like this. And then towards to the left. And then left hand press down and right hand push. Okay, and hand change is up, down, and then flip. Okay, and then carry to the right side. Then slowly down, push it down, and the one is change hand. Okay, cross to the left, rotate it, and then push down and change it, flip. Okay, towards to the right, and then right hand is press, left hand push. Okay, next one is carry global or just imagination. Basketball, make a basket and then slowly carry to the left side and then rolling down. Okay, and then one more time is change, hold it, then carry to the right side. Okay, and then rolling down. Okay. Time like this, carry to the left. Okay, then rolling down. Okay, then this time it's both hands, upper body just together. Not only hand, together, upper body together, like to the right side. And then rolling down. Okay, next down, crowd, it's like a hand, right hand, like this, 1. And change hand, the palm against your body. Slowly. 2. Change it, both hands to the left side. Okay, and then change it hand. If you can, just imagine you shift your weight to the right. Okay, and then change it hand. And then you shift your weight to the body to left side. Okay, change hand. Okay, next one leg standing. To the right hand, to the right. It's until left leg together, and then right hand beside your knees. Right hand is eye level. Okay, over like this, down, push down, and right hand together. Okay, focus your middle palm. Okay, carry energy together. Okay, next one, heel kick, open. Okay, and then cross arm, right leg together. Up, and separate. Okay, and then the left side. Okay, left side is left hand, bottom of your right hand. And then just like a flower blooms beautifully. Okay, right side. The right hand bottom and left hand upper. The right side is just like a flower blooms separated and beautifully. Okay, then left side, the left hand bottom, just across, and up. Just like a flower blooms beautifully. Yes. And then next, just like a global holding to the right side, rotating, and then rolling down. Okay, and then grip chi energy, and then bring down and cross one more time, and then push out, separate, and then press down, and then up, push out. Okay, then it's hold it to the left, rolling down. Okay, grip chi, bring, cross, push, one more time, push out, separate, press down, then pushing, and then cross, 1, 2, 3, flip, breathe in and push out, separate, and slow it down. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Stay well.
invited to offer prayer for world peace. Peace for our hearts, peace for this country, peace for the world. We start with chanting Yongju, prayer chant. Prayer chant. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. 영주 천지영계야 심정 만사요예야 심도 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동 심정 천지영계야 심정 만사요예야 심도 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동 심정 천지영계야 심정 grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to the Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 내 손길 I wish and pray sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms, where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings. Let us have a moment of meditation, sitting in silence. You can already feel your body settled through our good intention, sending our prayer chant and prayer words. Can imagine and feel your whole body is filled with compassion, gratitude, and peace. Feel your pelvic floor, sitting bone, grounded, centered. As we breathe in, we can feel the great, enormous chi energy enter our body. When we breathe out, we release any tension, wandering thoughts, or planning for the future. We release them. Again, when we breathe in, we feel centered, grounded, inhaling the enormous universal chi energy into our body, mind, and spirit. And we breathe out, release any tension, any clutterness in our minds. Simply doing this over and over, let us rest in peace. one circle image symbolizes universal truth and one's true nature. Dear friends, you're welcome to chant loud at home so you can share your chanting energy and the vibration to every corner of your house. 일원상바 일원 is the realm of samadhi, beyond all sense is the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and lost the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. In one manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, till one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, fused as impermanence, till one unfolds into infinite world, to the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth, we transform through the six realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore, unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Sangha, Dharma Kaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progress
Morning, everyone. In the early morning meditation in our temple, we contemplate a Hwadu question at the end of silent sitting. Hwadu questioning or Hwadu meditation is one of the meditation methods for deepening our understanding of truth. Last month, we contemplated heaven and earth knows without knowing anything. What does this mean? Have you heard this question or have you thought about it? Let me read it once again. Heaven and earth knows without knowing anything. What does this mean? Here is my understanding of it. First, I will divide this question into two parts. Heaven and earth knows without knowing anything is the first. What does this mean is the next. Let's begin with the first one. Heaven and earth knows without knowing anything. In this sentence, you can substitute the universe for heaven and earth. Then it becomes, the universe knows without knowing anything. When you read this sentence carefully, you will notice that an object for knowing what is missing. Instead, a phrase, without knowing anything, is added, which has a key to understand the question. Without knowing anything tells us that there is no precondition for the universe to know a thing. It means that making a distinction between knowing and non-knowing is unnecessary. I think that when no distinction is made between two opposite qualities of a spiritual question, the statement refers to the absoluteness of truth. This analysis leads me to see that the universe is knowing itself. Let's take a look at the following idea. When we say that in non-dualism, neither wholesome nor unwholesome exists, what does this mean? Does this mean all is wholesome? Or does it mean all is unwholesome? Or it means it does not matter. What do you think? Some might think that it does not matter, but does it? If truth is capricious, like the temperatures in autumn, then we are in trouble. We no longer have a proper standard to model ourselves after. When something is so true, so obvious, we don't feel the need to say it is so. This is why making such differentiation invalidates when it comes to non-dualism. In non-dualism, only wholesomeness exists. Please note that truth never allows for wrongness within it. The absoluteness of truth means its high moral excellence. Again, the universe, heaven and earth, is the absoluteness of truth. It means the universe is nothing but pure awareness. And this is what I figured out from the sentence, heaven and earth knows without knowing anything. This conclusion comes from an intellectual approach to this Hwadu. What would happen then if I approach it through direct contemplation? The universe is still awareness. All is knowing. The outcome is the same, but the difference is that I won't use language to put my logic in order, or I'd rather not express it. The only process I need is to drop any forms of language, any forms. Instead, I will simply reflect on the realm of nothingness. No matter how I approach this Hwadu about the universe, pure awareness, absolute knowing comes to me. When an action verb becomes a subject itself, the innate quality of truth is revealed. The universe is another name for knowing. At this point, I'd like you to follow me to the next part of this Hwadu. What does this mean? What does this mean? When we ask the same question more than one time, actually more than many times, the question and the quest deepens. When we deeply contemplate on something, the gesture of our inquiry becomes meditative, and to me, it becomes pragmatic. I've felt the need to find the missing block in this question. Simply put, knowing what? What does this awareness have to do with me? A few weeks ago, Diane introduced us to the 8 characteristics of heaven and earth. Those characteristics are summarized as being bright, steadfast, just, reasonable, vast, eternal, accepting, and completely free beyond the sense of self. What Master Sotaesan discovered from his great enlightenment was these qualities about the universe, about the truth. Only a greatly awakened Buddha can confidently share what they discover. It is important to understand that the 8 ways are innate elements in truth. In other words, they are the default value of the universe. What is more important is for us to realize our true nature as the same as the universe. We have the same qualities with the universe, and our intrinsic awareness always detects these qualities and tells us that we have them. So what? What is the point? My point is that we want to fully recover these qualities of being bright, steadfast, just, reasonable, vast, eternal, accepting, and absolutely free from the sense of self, and make them our own. But how? The first how is through modeling, and it means reset your mind. Inevitably, we need to reset our mind because we usually identify ourselves with ego-centered self. We have lived that way a long time, and so your ego will persistently stop you from resetting your mind to the default mode. Then what we need to do is the same thing again and again. We too persistently keep recovering the basic nature of our true self, like that of the universe. The second how is to use the awareness. And here is an idea for the second how. Let's circle our 6 sense faculties. I used circle as a verb here. Before I go into details, let me briefly share about kimchi. Yes, kimchi. Kimchi is soul food for Koreans. As a fermented dish, kimchi is famous for its pungency. If kimchi is loved by many people, it is because of its pungency. If some hesitate to try it, this is because of its pungency. Recently, I read an article about kimchi. In that article, a food writer, Eric Kim, suggested using kimchi as a verb. He said, "You can kimchi anything." In fact, this is a well-known fact for many Koreans. Along with cabbage kimchi, which is the most common type, we can kimchi various kinds of ingredients such as radish, cucumber, sesame, onion, potato stems, wild ferns, etc. You just name it. We can even kimchi fish. And I am serious. For your reference, Korea is peninsula, and we do know about seafood and what we can do with it. When a singular noun, kimchi, becomes a verb, its unique quality is phenomenally revived. If you kimchi your ingredients, you can enhance their own taste while maintaining a basic quality of fermentation. Kimchi as a verb makes this possible. Why am I sharing kimchi story here? This is because I would like to suggest that we can make the circle 일원상 over there into a verb. Just like kimchi. I'll use the word circle instead of 일원상 for the sake of myself. And let's see how this sounds. You can circle your eyes. You can circle your ears. Circle your nose. Circle your tongue. And circle your body. And of course, you want to circle your mind. When we make ourselves to be 일원상, the circle, what happens? We return home. We unite with our original nature. And more importantly, we use this grounded mind when we engage in our daily activities and myriad human affairs. The result is that our spirituality grows. Wisdom and blessings come our way. Our practice will benefit those around us, and so they become appreciative of what we do for them. Using circle, the 일원상 restores our own intrinsic qualities into our life. I know how my mom has been transformed through her practice. It was gradual and yet definite. Since she started attending a one Buddhist temple in her late 30s, she has become a better daughter for my grandmother, and at the same time has been an excellent mom for me and my brother. Her culminated spirituality shone most vividly when my grandmother passed away a few years ago. Each family has their own family dynamics. Many times, family dynamics can contribute to unnecessary arguments and disharmony. My family certainly has one. Because of this, even before my grandma passed away, many words were exchanged over the process of the funeral, deliverance services, and afterwards, and more. And my mom was deeply concerned about it all. However, when my grandma actually passed away, it was my mom who maintained her calm, centered mind and dealt with all the logistics wisely. That energy permeated other family members and made them voluntarily follow her guidance. My mom made my grandma's funeral the most beautiful, the most memorable one for all of my family. I see this power, this spiritual transformation coming from her daily practice. More specifically, it was her 일원상, the circle practice. When I say the circle practice, it means actively applying what we know as truth in our daily life. It does not mean that we soak ourselves in mere satisfaction over what we know about non-dualism. Throughout our everyday life, we want to embody our innate qualities of being bright, reasonable, vast, accepting, etc. The Heart Sutra emphasizes the realm of non-duality when it negates existence of our six sense organs. It says, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, and no mind. It is important to realize the empty nature of our ego self. But our practice should not stop there. Each moment, we need to come out to our reality. The practice of 일원상 can help. When 일원상 as a verb animates our six sense faculties, the idea of no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, and no mind becomes yes eyes, yes ears, yes nose, yes tongue, yes body, and yes mind. Quite rhythmical, right? So say yes to your mind and body and use them wisely. Use the original qualities that we share with the universe. Let's use our innate bright mind, steadfastness, reasonable discernment, vastness, and accepting heart, and free of thought mind. Negation is a step to reset our mind as a factory mode on empty mind. Affirmation is one step further to use the centered mind so we obtain benefits from our practice. When negations becomes affirmation, our practice bears fruit. Great enlightenment will come along with our ongoing practice in this way. So, this is what I found out by reflecting on heaven and earth knows without knowing anything. What does this mean? I hope you contemplate this Hwadu question on your own and find your own answer that serves your need. I'm sure you will find this process quite joyful. Thank you. Now please join me singing morning prayer song. Dharma Kaya Buddha for grace. I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharma Kaya Buddha for grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharma Kaya Buddha for grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Dear friends, thank you for joining us today and enjoy another beautiful autumn day. And hope to see you next Saturday.